There's some people who always seem to get exactly what they want. They're always at the right place at the right time with the right opportunities just falling into their lap. And you could be one of them. Luck isn't random, and it's not necessarily something that you're born into. It is a frequency that is tapped into and created through these energetic and mindset shifts I'm about to share with you. To become somebody who is highly lucky, to become someone who's highly magnetic to blessing, we have to first believe that that is within our realm, that we deserve it and that we will receive it. In order to shift to a lucky frequency, you have to be willing to believe in the reality of luck before you even experience it in your life. You have to be a little bit delusional and really tell yourself new stories until they solidify. Before you even see the physical proof, before things even start to truly go your way, you gotta start telling yourself that the universe don't play about you, that you are truly blessed and highly favored, that you are special, that you are born to be blessed. And the more you repeat and repeat and repeat, it gets etched into your subconscious so deeply that it opens your eyes. It changes the way that you look at the world and the way you experience life. The beliefs that we have, the way that we see things in our head is how they will appear in our physical world. If the narrative you see in your mind is that things are never working out for you and the world is limited, then your eyes will be closed to all of the good in the world. Those limited beliefs, they keep you mentally as well as energetically closed off to blessings. At a young age, I really got into writing out affirmations, journaling them, telling myself them, writing them on the mirror, right? Listening to affirmation playlists every night. And I did this in a time where I was really lost in my life, where really I wasn't even sure how things would work out. I wasn't sure if I would even be able to finish school. Things were rough. But when I really started reprogramming my mind, I started seeing my beliefs really start to shift. And I started seeing life just play out differently and things start to work out in ways that I couldn't have even expected or didn't even know how to ask for. Of course, I can't take credit for all of the luck in my life because blessings come through other people. But like I said, there's always this field of luck and abundance and blessings all around, and it will pour through any open vessel. Right? So the people who are lucky, it's because they're open to it and that blessing is able to come through and bless them. The first way that we open ourselves as vessels is by reprogramming our internal narrative and changing the way that we look at things. Here's a few personal affirmations I've integrated that I've really seen change the way I look at things and help me magnetize opportunities. You can go ahead and repeat these, write them down, whatever works for you. Everything is working in my favor. I am in perfect alignment with my highest potential. Opportunities are everywhere for me and I am grateful. I am open to all of the good life has to offer. Life loves to spoil me. I am blessed beyond my wildest dreams. I'm telling you, write these on the mirror, repeat them to yourself. And at first, when you say these things, when you first start telling yourself affirmations, they might feel like lies, they might feel like you're bluffing. But like I said, you have to be willing to repeat these truths before you see them in the physical world, and that's how you shift to that reality, to that state of being where it is true for you. When you really integrate this, you'll inevitably start seeing these blessings come into your life, and when you do, make sure that you note them as proof. Make sure that you take note of all of these things that come into your life. Every time something goes right, every time something comes into alignment for you, an opportunity, a conversation, what you pay attention to, it grows and it expands. And so the more you pay attention to every blessing you do have in your life, to every alignment that works out for you, to everything that continues to come into your life, the more blessing you will attract, because it further solidifies that idea that, wow, I am blessed. Wow, things are working in my favor. It helps you build that trust. Like frequency attracts like frequency. And so when you start radiating that frequency of somebody who is highly lucky, highly blessed because you believe it, because you relish in every blessing you have, then you will attract the things that you want. A lot of people, they walk around with their heads down. They walk around only looking at when things don't work. They look at every little thing that goes wrong, every inconvenience as proof that life isn't fair, that things are just hard, that this is my life and I can never be one of those lucky, spoiled people. You know what I'm saying? People walk around with this limited belief and they look at everything as proof that life is working against them. And that's what keeps people in these cycles of deep lack. But what if we fed all of that energy, all of that attention that we would give to every annoying inconvenience and to everything that does work out and to everything we do have? We would step into such a higher frequency of living. When we uplift our frequency, our energy, we become more magnetic, right? And so we do that through gratitude. And we can also do that by doing things that make us feel good, by practicing self-love, by connecting to nature, by, keeping good company, being around good friends. We could do that through meditating, through doing things that just make us feel good in ourselves, that make us feel good in our bodies. Listening to positive music, music of blessing and prosperity. All of that will bring more good into your life and it will make you more magnetic. And all of these things, elevating your belief system, looking for proof of the good, practicing gratitude, raising your frequency, all of that helps you really step into alignment with your highest self, with your highest potential. You can only really tap into that highest timeline, which is filled with blessings, where life loves to spoil you when you are working in alignment with your higher self. When you are showing up each day, listening to your intuition, listening to your gut, making choices that elevate you, being around situations that uplift you, doing the work on yourself. Life will work in your favor when you work in your favor. When you show up for yourself, life will show out for you. We gotta ask ourselves, would the most blessed, would the most lucky version of myself entertain this? Is this something that is making me more blessed or something that's bringing me down? What habits are we engaging in? What routines are we pouring our energy into? We'll feel it when things are right for us, when things are not right for us, and it's very important that we listen to that, because the more that we listen, we cut out situations that aren't good for us. We listen to those nudges, the go here, talk to this person, go pursue that passion, go do that thing. We listen to our inner guidance, the more we will be aligning with our higher self. And it's really our higher self that'll help guide us to all of the blessings that we wish to receive. The beliefs that we establish, it opens the door, but it's really that aligned action that walks you through it. If you're here watching this video, then it is very well within your realm to step into a life of luck, of blessing, and to become your most magnetic self. It does take time, it takes work, it takes effort, but when you take the time to invest in who you are and integrate these shifts, life will open up for you in so many beautiful ways. I really hope that this resonated, that you were able to take something from this video, and I would deeply appreciate if you hit that like button, if you let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you subscribe. So I'll see you next time. Bye!